Hi, this is Greta giving my commentary and critique of my short film He's Watching, starring me as Sarah, the leading lady in the film, and matching my accent in the commentary with the accent that I had in the film. My Australian accent may be a little rusty. I haven't been studying it as intensely as I had been back then, so if I drift in and out, please forgive me, but I think accents, I really enjoyed doing them, and I figured might as well make that a part of my online identity, so here we are. Alright, let's get into the film. First thing I want to say is, in a lot of ways, this one is a better movie than the Friend was, but there's a couple of things I was trying to do that I don't think I did very well, mainly with the visuals. If you notice, everything is very, I don't know, the colours I think are pushed a little too far. I mentioned in my critique of The Friend that I didn't appreciate how good my camera was. It was a Canon XL1, and so I did a lot of things with the editing on this one to try and make it look better. And I actually think I made it look worse. I ended up with some colour banding in some of the scenes, which is just absolutely horrible. Some of them, like this one, came out a little too dark because I didn't know how to use the manual controls on the camera. Well, that's really dark. And I tried to brighten it up, but it just didn't, If you don't start with a good image, you're not going to get much in the way of quality. That one looks good. That's not bad. And this was about 10 years ago, maybe 11 years ago. I was a lot younger and a lot thinner then. So I'm going to be very jealous of my younger self. But anyway, so one of the things that I think I did better on this, first of all, I started with an actual script, whereas with The Friend we just kind of made it up as we went along. Second of all, I actually had someone record the sound for me, so I didn't have to use the camera, the microphone on my camera. So it sounds a little better, but I didn't have someone who actually had experience recording sound for film, so that was something that every now and then you'll notice the sound quality kind of goes in and out, but overall it's a better product than The Friend was, just because there was more planning, more care was taken into how I did certain parts of it. Just some information on the inspiration for this. This entire film is based on one scene from the first Halloween. The scene where we have Laurie in her bedroom and she looks out the window and she sees Michael Myers, and then she looks away and then she looks back and he's gone. That one scene was so scary to me. I decided to make an entire movie around this. So this is Sarah, this is me, looking out at this mysterious man played by my dad. And if you notice, I even kind of tried to dress him a little bit like Michael Myers, just because that was my main inspiration. And the reason for the Australian accent is I'd actually been watching some old, very old, like from the 90s episodes of Home and Away. I had gotten really into Julian McMahon, and he got his start on Home and Away, so I was watching all of his episodes, and his character's name was Ben, which is why I named my husband Ben in this movie. And so that's a little bit of where some of my ideas came from. Oh, by the way, I talked to my dad. He's got everything planned for next week. It sounds like he's going to do most of it. We just have to show up. And of course I'll ask him. So, yeah, there's my beautiful, lovely Australian accent there. Actually, I think I've gotten better at it now than I had been then. I don't know. You can tell me in the comments if there's anything that I can do to make it better, make it sound more natural, make it not go in and out. If there's any words I'm pronouncing incorrectly, let me know, because like I said, accents are fun. I love to do them and I'm constantly trying to improve them. So blurring out the poster in the background because I made the movie, and then I thought, oh, there's someone else's artwork hanging in the background in this scene. Maybe I shouldn't actually show that, and it actually looks really horrible. That's one of the things that I said, I was trying to do that I'd never done before, and I didn't really do a good job with them. Oh, there's the terror on my face. One thing that I think I am good at is acting afraid. I don't know if the rest of my acting is all that good, but I think I do fear really well.
Pick up. Please. Ben, it's Sarah. Please call me. Please.
All of this was heavily inspired by The Evil Dead, if you couldn't tell. Now here coming up, this one I forgot to put the camera on manual. This is on automatic, and if you notice, when the wind blows the curtain, the light changes because the camera is trying to meter to the curtain, and it's going to look really, really horrible in a moment. There it is. Ugh, that's awful. I can't believe I actually thought I was fat back then. I was so thin. And he's gone. I was actually about 35. I look like I'm about 20. Well, maybe not. I think this part we ended up having to use the sound out of the camera because I think something happened with the other microphone and it wasn't recording.
Now, I just panicked earlier. Well, he was, but he's gone now, so it's all right. No, I haven't seen him in about an hour or so. I don't think he's coming back. Look, if I see him again, I'll call the police, all right? But I think it's over. I'll be fine. Sorry if I frightened you. Look, you've got to get back to work. Don't worry about it.
All that stuttering was me trying to remember my lines. I had forgotten what to say. I should have had some kind of little paper ahead of me out of the shot that I could read. But actually, I think it worked. It just added to the, I'm just so afraid I can't, speak in full sentences. It's another part that came out really dark. Not yet, not this one, coming up. There it is. That's so dark, and I brightened it so much, but then I ended up with a lot of digital noise. It was awful.
Where's my phone?
Oh no. And handheld camera to give it that, jerky, in the moment. We can feel the fear through the camera movement feeling to it. I don't know. And this is my favourite part coming up. We worked so hard to get this just right. I'm backing up. And then you see me from the other way, and there he is. Michael Myers without the mask. I meant to turn off the light in the other room and I forgot to, so that looks terrible. And that's the end, except for the credits. Interesting, I used better font in the credits than I did for my title card. I don't know what I was thinking when I did that title. I didn't know anything about fonts. I've learnt a lot since then. Anyway, so yeah, there's all the credits. And that's it. So thank you for watching my commentary. And again, if you want to critique my accent, just be kind. But leave a comment. Tell me what I can do to improve it. All right, thank you.